What is going on, everyone? Nico Lind here, and today is a super exciting day. It's early in the morning, it's 5 a.m. I'm on the way to the Fort Lauderdale airport because I am actually flying over to Nassau today to pick up a new boat for the channel. I know I mentioned it in the last video, but yes, we have a brand new boat coming to the channel. You guys are gonna absolutely love this boat. It's a little bit of a collector's item boat. Trust me, you guys are gonna love it. I'm not gonna tell you just yet. When I get over to Nassau, I'm gonna surprise y'all and show you, give you a walkthrough of the boat, the whole 9 yards. But enough of me talking. I'm gonna get down to the airport and I'm gonna catch up with you guys when I get over in Nassau and at the boat. I cannot wait to show you guys. You're gonna love it. It is the next day, everyone, and I am currently sitting in the middle of the, I don't know if you know where the pocket is. It's right off Chubb Key. Chubb's right over there. And I am on the new Albury. I woke up bright and early this morning, like 4:30, and ran it from Nassau here to Chubb. It's finally light enough, so I'm gonna give y'all a reveal on the Albury Brothers 23. Awesome boat. It's a Bahamian built one, not an American built one. We specifically wanted a Bahamian built one because we like the history of it, the heritage. It's where Albury Brothers started over in Elbow. And so we specifically wanted it, but look at this bad boy. And she's not completely finished yet. I mean, it's barely finished. And so I'm taking it straight to Stuart to a shop that's gonna finish doing all the work. But let me give you a really quick walkthrough. Starting up at the bow, another fancy cleat, anchor locker, big storage. Right now we have all the boat parts in there. And so that's under all of this here. Let me get my backpack out of the way. Here we have a cooler. Console with a laceless soft top. And we were gonna replace the soft top with a hard top, but after talking to some people, we decided against it. These Albury Brothers 23s, they are, they have a very low center of gravity, so we wanted a light hard top, keep that gravity low, and then also the standard hard tops that, you know, Albury Brothers puts on their boats from a manufacturer I'm not gonna say the name of. I've heard they have problems cracking on just on the 23 Alburys. I don't know why. The same company makes the hardtop on my Bahama and it's perfect, but oh well. But keep going. Standard leaning post, diamond stitch upholstery, electronics box down below. This, you know, our regular Garmin, Yamaha, speakers, breakers, zip brake tabs. And all that stuff is in, but nothing's hooked up. We temporarily wired up the Garmin just so I can get back to Florida. Besides that, everything else on the boat needs to be wired and installed. We're putting in a big sound system. The trim tab, zip weights, they need to be installed. We're installing autopilot, lights, the whole 9 yards. But big old Yamaha 300 powering it. Twin swim platforms, big old splash wall. Right here, we're putting in an aft bench seat. Birdsall makes that fold down aft bench seat for these 23 Albury, so we already have that. It's actually, that's exactly what that is. The person we bought this boat from, he's a good friend of mine, had everything to finish the boat. He just didn't finish it. Didn't have time to finish it, hence why we bought it from him. And so I'm excited. I am super pumped. Oh, and something to note too here is some of these have a fish box here. This one does not. And that's because it's a super shallow fish box. It's really not good for a whole lot. And we've been looking for a Bahamian built Albury, and this, we specifically wanted one of the complete classic, how they've been built for years and years. We didn't want the forward seating. We didn't want, you know, where the self-bailing back here that has this closed off. We wanted a straight pure Bahamian boat, and so all this has is it's access down here into the bilge, which on these boats the bilge is essentially completely sealed off, so it doesn't get any ever get any water in there. It's not a big deal. But that's the boat. Let me get the drone up in the air here because it is a gorgeous morning. I mean, look at this weather. Let me get the drone up in the air, and I'm gonna show you all this boat in all of her glory. So give me a second, let me do that. All right, well, I guess I'm too close to the Chubkey Airport to fly my drone, and so I'm gonna boogie on a little bit further, hoping this lighting stays as pretty as it does, and then I'll get y'all some drone shots out there. I'm actually on my way right now, crossing back to Florida. I've kind of documented that. I waited for clearly the perfect day. I mean, so hopefully the rest of the crossing is just like this. I just went from Nassau to Chubb. That's where I am now. I'm gonna continue on to Bimini, and then Bimini to probably Lauderdale. And then once I get to Lauderdale, I'm either gonna go in the Intercoastal if it's rough out, or just follow the beach all the way up to Palm Beach Inlet, Lake Worth Inlet. And then I got a buddy picking it up on a trailer to go fix everything. But let me go try to get some, find somewhere where I can get some good drone video for you guys. So give me a second here. I know it's really easy to tell from watching this video, but I just want to reiterate that I am absolutely in love with this boat, and I cannot wait for our adventures on it, both in the Bahamas and here in Florida. At 4,000 RPM, we're doing between 30 to 32 knots and getting roughly 2.6 to 2.7 nautical miles per gallon. I cannot complain about that.
Let me tell you, I am in love with this boat. I've wanted one of these for a very, very long time, and this is the perfect one. I just went ahead and got some drone footage. I didn't want to delay my trip too much, so I just got a little bit. And so now I'm passing through the pocket, about to get on the bank and headed straight to Bimini. Bimini is my next stop. Should be a stunning ride. I'll keep you guys updated and show you just how beautiful it is today. All right, we just made it on the bank, and because of how calm the water is, I can see everything on the bottom. It is unreal. Just look at this. This is why we love the Bahamas. All right, just a quick update for y'all. Because of how calm it is, I'm actually making ridiculously good timing. It's not even 10 a.m. yet, and I'm just now passing Bimini. So I should be in Florida waters, I don't know, by 11:15, 11:30. I got to take it up to Jupiter, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to get there. But getting into Florida waters should be before lunchtime. Here's Bimini over here. That's Bimini. Stick around because once I get back into Florida, I'm going to walk y'all through kind of the plans for this boat, what we're going to do to it, because it's going to be completely tricked out and custom everything. It's going to be really, really awesome. And so once we get back to Florida, I'm kind of going to walk you guys through what exactly we're doing there. All right, I'm getting off the bank to get into the Atlantic, to cross the Gulf Stream now. Please look how perfect this water is. Sitting in 35 feet of water. I can see the ripples of sand on the bottom. This is why the Bahamas is such a special place. All right, out off the bank into the ocean now. And it's definitely not as calm as it was on the bank, but still nothing too bad. Just a little swell, nothing bad at all. All right, so I made it across the Gulf Stream. It actually got pretty rough for a little 23-foot boat, but the Albury is a well-built boat. It rides great. Never, you know, had second thoughts, thought twice about it. So I'm here up the coast of Florida finally. You can see Florida. I have another 18 miles to go before I get to Palm Beach Inlet, and then, woo! Time to finally take a break.
All right, we made it to the inlet. That last little bit was a little bit rough. A little bit uncomfortable. I mean, the boat handle's great, but it's a 23-footer at the end of the day. But we made it in. I just stopped at Sailfish, as you just saw, to get some fuel. Really, really efficient boat. I think I went a total of just about 200 miles today, and I burned 74, 75 gallons. Really not bad at all, especially when I'm used to the Bahama 41 burning like 50 gallons an hour. So I am more than happy. I'm ecstatic about that. And so now I'm headed up the intercoastal now. I'm done with offshore. You know, I need to relax a little bit. Up the intercoastal, just to Jupiter, where I'm having the service people take it out of the water so they can finish everything on it. The speakers, the water pump, all that good stuff, and then also do the 20-hour service on the motor. So I'm gonna run up the intercoastal. I'll keep you updated, and I'll talk with y'all back when I get to the boat ramp. Coming up the intercoastal, I had to do one last rip on her before she gets put up for the next month or two while she's getting finished and having all of her goodies installed. And like I said, you guys are going to absolutely love the finished product when this boat is done. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there right now that this is going to be the most loaded up and optioned out 23 Albury on the water today. It is going to be unreal. And we made it, and I am back on land. The boat ramp was super busy and extremely hectic, so I didn't get a chance to really video the boat getting put out. I did take a picture, I put it on the screen here, but that's about it. The boat's going to get finished, get everything finished, putting in the sound system, doing lighting, water pump, getting everything wired up, putting in autopilot, putting in more seating and cushions, all that good stuff. Once everything's finished, I'm gonna make a little walkthrough video, show you all the finished product, because it is going to be probably the most tricked out 23 Albury on the market. Well, not even on the market because it's not on the market, but out there on the water. It's either here or in the Abacos, both. And so that's it for this video. If you like boating, you like the channel, subscribe, like the video. I'll see you on the next one.